I'm David. I'm one of the front-end engineers / architects on the Mercedes-Benz website. And I'm working at MBIO since around about 3 years now.
Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars.
Drone or car sharing?
Car sharing.
Why?
Because I use it a lot and I think like it really improves the life here in Stuttgart.
Game Boy or Switch?
Game Boy.
Spider-Man or Batman?
Spider-Man.
Mercedes SLK or Smart EQ?
Smart EQ.
And why?
It's the acceleration that makes me love this small vehicle. So our purpose is defined as we create experiences that people love and that we are proud of. And that means that we not only try to provide the best customer value, which is the first part, we create experiences that people love, but the latter part is also very important because it reflects what we're doing inside of the company. So we want to be proud of what we deliver. So we could deliver something that is beautiful, but it could be, well, bad on the inside, and that's not what we want. We want quality on the inside as well. So the mission of Mercedes-Benz IO is that we are providing the expertise to that big, huge Daimler ecosystem. And by that, we don't want to digitalize for the sake of digitalization, but we want to digitalize for the sake of the best customer value. So for example, if you look at car sharing is more or less 100% digitalized, but one part of car sharing is that you drive the car, which is not digitalized. So similar to that, we're going with that approach that we want to be a consultant for the digital transformation to provide the best customer value in the end. So the company's infrastructure is broad. It would be like if you would ask, like, what's the infrastructure and tech stack of Google? You could kind of summarize it as that there's one basis, which is basically for the cloud. We use AWS, and on top of that we use PCF. But other than that, we give the products full autonomy. So especially when it comes to front-end frameworks, like we have Elm, we have Angular, we have React, we're looking at Vue, we are using web components, so that's very diverse. Like I said, the technologies are broad. But for example, the website itself uses a vanilla JavaScript system. We're trying to migrate to web components, and within this website there is applications that integrate with that. And those applications, for example, like the configurator, is Angular, or search that is based on React. In the interviewing process, we already check which is the best fit, like which is the best product for that person, and then it continues because we don't stop there. We also try to give developers tools at hand, for example, Pluralsight, to give them options to learn on their own, but we also provide them mentoring. Like we try to push other people being a mentor on a specific area where they have a lot of experience to be able to mentor other people. I think the superpower of Mercedes-Benz IO is that dynamic that we have. We don't have a classical hierarchy, but instead we use a system that is called holacracy. And that holacracy is based on circles, which could argue that there is kind of a hierarchy implicitly given, because if a circle is inside of a circle, it's then again kind of like a pyramid. But what we do in these circles is we elect people dynamically. That means that, for example, lead link as part of that circle could be re-elected in like 6 months or 1 year, and that person can also change roles. So for example, we also have different roles. You're not having just a fixed title. So if you want to be a designer and an analyst at the same time, that will be an option. From a developer side, there is an implementation ticket, and then you have to check what was going on and how can we confirm that success. But before that, most often we start off with user research, with an MVP, with a POC, And then after that, we define the acceptance criteria for the implementation to be able to define the success of that. And after that, we then again, in the real implementation, check with user testing on the actual implementation to confirm that it was actually successful. So what we did as developers, with which I mean it didn't came top-down decision, but it was really us developers as a team, is that we collected a lot of things in the legacy code that we want to change, like let it be algorithms, let it be error detection and stuff like that. So we collected all of these in an epic, and even though it was a very hard challenge, the team has really grown with it. Not only the team has grown together, but also the team has grown technically. So they're on another level right now, which is awesome to see because it had that social side and that technical side. And it has also proven that legacy code doesn't necessarily mean that you're just doing the bad work. For that, I have to refer to our podcast, which we just lately started. So when we ask people there, why do they come to the office? Like, they could equally stay in home office, right? But why do they come to the office? Then it's most often that they say the colleagues. And that I can confirm, because when I joined this company, the colleagues were very welcoming and were very helpful, and it was not like, okay, you made a mistake, please go away. That was not it, but it was really that you made a mistake, yeah, we can make it better next time. So I think it's really that spirit of the colleagues. What we often experience is people just learning a framework or library instead of an actual programming language, because it's easy to get it going. But then when we dig deeper and ask questions about the actual programming language using that framework, then we get, weird faces, wrong answers, whatever. So I can really recommend to do the basics. Also, if you're really new into programming, then have a look at algorithms. You might not need them on a daily basis, that I know, but it helps you understanding what is happening in the background.